Taki and I are walking up to the water tower. The Manor Lake Park is right there. We just came along with that line of trees onto this field road, coming up. Oops, she's jumping at something. And we're heading up. The water tower's over that rise. Probably about a mile and a half. I'm definitely sure it's about a 2-mile walk. We did it the other day. And hey, Taki. I think we've probably gone about half a mile. Maybe not quite. Maybe it's only a mile and a half. Who knows? But anyway, thought I'd show you. The other day I was out here, didn't have my camera. Some of the flowers hanging on. There's some aster, wild aster, daisies, sweet pea. It's full summer now, folks. Not too terribly hot. It's not as humid as it was the last time we were out here, which is a help. Taki, you need to stop pulling. You're just making it hard on yourself. Stop pulling. So I let her go the other day when we were up at the university, and she did really well. She'd go ahead and then she'd look back at me and she'd wait for me, and she did really well, except that she jumped off into the weeds and killed a groundhog. So I want to let her off lead, especially places like this, but I really don't want her killing the critters. And her instinct just kicked in and she just went for it. So I can't trust her not to kill critters. So it's a shame. There's a pretty tree. Is that I want to say it's a maple, but I'm not sure it is. I can't really see the leaves well enough. It almost looks like an oak. No, yeah, I think it's a maple, just a weird shaped one. Yeah, it's definitely a maple. All right, slow down, we're going. So we can't see it, but we'll be walking, skirting around those trees and jogging left, and then over the rise there is where the tower is, the water tower that we see every time we're walking anywhere. So anyway, thought I'd bring you along. Taki, you have to stop pulling. You just have to stop, okay? Just stop pulling. We can walk as fast as you want to go. I've got lots of energy. I'm walking fast. You don't need to pull. She was doing better, and then I got the phone out. So I think when we're videoing, I think she decides to pick up pace. I think she can pull again. Taki, stop pulling. There you go. Good girl. Good girl. Good girl. She was very good with some little dog, or one little dog. Actually, 2 little dogs. Some little dogs down by the Riverside Park. We were down there. That's where I had my breakfast this morning. Because I thought I had a job working, unloading a truck at a thrift store, but they had too many people, so I lost out on that one. It was just for today. And then we came up here, so she was good with the dogs down there. And then when we came up here, there was a little dog that was walking around, and I just did the "you're gonna be a good girl" thing with her and got her distracted with a stick. And then we got closer to it, and I just encouraged her and gave her praise and said she was a good girl. And she was. She didn't bark it. We got quite close to it. And she didn't bark, so I was pleased with that. And she didn't have any hackles going on. And it's funny, on these roads, it just seems like you're walking into the sky. Slow down, Taki. I ran into a group, 5 or 6. I think they might have been National Guard. We do have a National Guard armory here in town. Used to be over in a town near here, but they built a new armory over here, and it's here. And a woman was leading them, and they were doing a full pack hike. Oh, we got an ATV coming. Come, up. There we go. Easy. She's bouncing. Easy. ATV, easy. Hey, up. There you go. Stay. There. ATV. Like, actually, they're supposed to yield for me, but it doesn't make any sense. You can't get, it's easier for us to get off their trail. And this is, it's a multi-use trail. It makes more sense for us to get off the trail and let them have their way, and then have the right of way. Kind of tempted to go on there, but I don't know if it goes up where I want it to. Yeah, it's attractive this way, so we'll go this way. It's actually probably more attractive this way. Once we get over this ridge, we get a view out to the western mountains and the town. There's a little bit of the town. So I got over my biggest concern about the whole Supreme Court ruling of saying that people can't camp on public places, basically, they were upholding a town ordinance. It was Johnson versus Grants Pass. And Grants Pass had an ordinance that people couldn't camp on their public spaces in town. So I think that's, going to affect us some as nomads, but hopefully not too much. It definitely, most of my camping, other than the first part of it, which I did campsites, has been stealth camping in residential areas or urban areas. And it certainly is now. I'm camping at the Lowe's or wherever, Walmart, or there's a couple other places I had found, but one by one they got eliminated. Well, somebody kind of noticed I was there, and I kind of decided to bug out before they noticed, and decided not to keep using that one spot. So anyway, over that for now. I think I've been having a low-grade cold or something because I've been battling depression. I feel like I'm on the other side of that. Feel lots of energy today. Lots of forward momentum going on in my life as far as what I'm trying to do. Easy. Oh, Taki. Oh, wow, she just really yanked me. That was ridiculous. Taki. She saw something cross and she went for it. Taki, you can't do that. You really can't do that. Come on, you can't do that yank anymore. That was a big one. Luckily I was prepped. I saw her going, and I knew it was coming, but it still was quite a significant yank. Of course, my daughter was very upset with me for having the dog that yanks me, but like I said, I could let her off, and then I'm concerned about her killing critters. Instead of yanking me, she's going to actually get a critter. So as long as I'm aware of the yank, and she'll cycle back around where she's not yanking anymore. Here's that little volcano there that you see is Haystack Mountain. It's in the town of Mapleton, which is an adjoining town. It's actually not it's outside the town as you turn the corner and head towards another town. But yeah, and that would be the Scopan mountain. I don't know if that's what it's called, but on the other side of that mountain is a little lake, and it's a boomerang-shaped lake, which is really interesting. They've got two fingers, and they're shaped almost a boomerang or a V. It's a nice lake. Didn't swim in it much as a kid. I think I swam once as a kid, canoed once or twice, that kind of thing. Went boating on it. We didn't have a camp. We weren't one of the camping families. So you can see the white tower of what used to be a windmill at the university. I've shown you university, the disc golf course over at the university. We walked the other day, and I did a video of it that I've already posted. Give you an idea of the lay of the land. Mantle Lake Park's back there. I video a lot. The university's there. We do have to go up to Haystack. It's a 20-minute hike up to the top of that little hill. And we got to do that. I've been out to Scopan Mountain There's public lands out there. That's the one that I told you is right there. And but it's not really. I think when you get to the top, you get a view, but you're walking through woods the whole time. And I was a little concerned walking through there. It's not widely used, except for hunters in the fall. And there were definitely moose. I saw a moose track, and there was a really pretty little pond in there where I'm sure the moose would feed in the morning. As a matter of fact, I think there was a indication on some sort of signage. Taki, would you stop pulling? Taki, come. You have to stop pulling. There was some signage indicating that that was a moose sighting area. And it was when I had my dog Rascal, and we went up. I took him up, and we went up through there and walked and had a good time. But I did feel apprehensive pretty much the whole time because of bear. Of course, we've had... Come on, Taki. This is what she does when she gets something cornered. I don't want to get another freaking groundhog. Come on. Come on. I just felt bear. You know, I was concerned about us coming upon a bear. I don't know if it was spring. I think it was spring we were out there. And I was alone, and, you know, me and the dog, and I just, come on, Talk. It was a little too wild, is the best way to put it. A little too wild, not enough, no people around at all. It was a big, quite a long, I would say maybe 2-mile drive in on dirt roads to get in there. To the trailhead, and like I said, no one at that trailhead, no one on the trail. So I didn't go all the way up. I went like halfway and then turned around. I might try it again. Get all geared up and make sure I take a knife with me, and easy. Okay, maybe go midday or something when I don't have to worry. It's not spring. Spring is over enough that they're not hungry bears. And try to take a walk up there. Hey, Tuck, we got a bear downtown by Riverside where I was having my breakfast this morning. There's a little 1-mile loop that goes around the back of the neighborhood. And it's not, I mean, there's a few trees. It's not really even wooded. It's just a few trees in a couple spots. And a neighbor had seen a bear in their backyard. So we're doing the switch back here on this. That little uphill on the rocks wore me out a little. I don't know what this is. I guess it's phlox. Yeah. Come on. Cute little field. Oh, cute little woods. I just love her little bounce. Come on, bouncer. Come on, bounce back out. Come on. Come on, bounce back out. Come on. Come on. There's the water tower. Halfway there. Or maybe more. Hey, Doc, slow down. There's a really pretty view at the end of this, I think. It overlooks Quaggy Joe, it's actually Quackajo, something like that. A mountain. And our mountains are like hills, really, but we call them mountains. It's I think I might have mentioned it. I should go out there too. It's at a Rustic State Park. Okay, so Manor Lake Park's back that way. There's the water tower we can see. Yeah, Rustic State Park. It's got the mountain. It's got a little lake, which is, again, about the size of a pond rather than a lake. It's bigger than Manor Lake, but and a little more wild. Manor is pretty tamed lake, full of algae. Oh, hold on. And you can swim and you can kayak. Got my kayak. I gotta get out kayaking. That's difficult though, because I don't think Taki would be sitting still in a boat. She doesn't like water. So have to tie her to a tree at shore and paddle close to the shore and keep my eye on her, or put her in a crate on shore, or leave her with my son. But if I go kayaking, I'd probably take him with me too, because he's got a kayak too. As a matter of fact, he bought the kayak for us. So these are the potatoes. I'd taken a picture before of looking down the rows. Let's go over and do that real quick. Well, actually, we can't go over because that's going to be all mud. We can get this close. Oh, looking.